Hello and welcome into the Remix. I'm Breana Pitts. A Mother's Day with a little me time. Why it's okay for moms to be alone for a little bit this holiday. Plus, the Boston Calling Musical Festival is coming up fast, and one New England band is excited to rock the orange stage. Tanaka spoke with the group Megan from Work.
Can't even believe it. We're just 2 weeks away from Boston Calling, and joining us now, one of the acts that's going to be playing on Friday, members from Megan from Work, Megan Simon, the lead singer, Luis Hernandez, guitarist, and Alice Griskansky on the drums. Thanks so much for being here. I can't even believe, how are you feeling 2 weeks out?
Excited and nervous. The line is very fine between the two for me.
Yeah.
Day to day, just feeling like, as it's getting closer, more excitement, less nerves, because we've been preparing.
Yeah, so you've got a Friday afternoon slot, 5 o'clock, 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. When you got the word, what was the initial, Luis, what was the initial reaction?
I just couldn't believe it. Like, we had heard that, you know, somebody had reached out and pitched us to Boston Calling as local talent, and we were all kind of like, yeah, well, I didn't even gonna get our hopes up with that, but then when we found out, it was just, we were over the moon, you know?
Yeah. I mean, this is a 3-day, internationally known event with heavy hitters who are multi-generational in the music sphere. You're all from New England. added significance. Alex, you're the mainer of the group, and we have two New Hampshireites here.
Definite significance. I mean, I actually grew up in Massachusetts when I was younger, before I moved to Maine.
Okay,
so
great.
Family coming out, and some former co-workers from when I worked and lived in Boston. So it's really cool to be able to represent New England.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
All right, so Megan, I watched some of your stuff on Instagram, had immediate thoughts, promised I would hold those thoughts for now. I want to hear who your musical influences are and what you think, what is your style? What is your sound?
Sure. So my biggest influence, hands down, they laugh because I've never not talked about them when anyone asks us this, is The Killers.
Oh!
That indie rock, anthemic, but still poppy and melodic stuff.
Sure.
Favorite band of all time. Can't deny the influence that they have on how I like guitars to sound and everything.
Yeah.
I would say, it's hard after that one, because they're my number one guys, but Bruce Springsteen, which might be kind of not necessarily like very obvious when you listen to our music, and then more modern, Mitski and Lana Del Rey. The pop influence, definitely.
Oh, fantastic. All right, what about you guys? Influences.
I kind of came up in like the hardcore punk scene, and it's actually kind of funny. These songs are so energetic that a lot of the times, like, I feel like I'm still playing those kind of drums, even though you could call it just like Megan was saying, we have pop influences, but there's so much energy that I was immediately drawn to it, kind of playing in that fast style. So yeah, I'd say about that.
Yeah, Luis.
For me, I grew up listening to a lot of classic rock, so like Jimi Hendrix, Simone were big ones for me. But as I got older, listened to a lot of the Strokes, so Julian Casablancas.
Strokes, sure.
Was huge for me, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you guys definitely have some raw guitar sounds in there that's really great, but there is a refinement. So I was going to say, when I was listening to you, I just thought, like the 90s were the heyday of women rock. Mm-hmm. Liz Phair, Veruca Salt, and Boston's own The Breeders with Kim Deal. Like, all of those came to mind when I'm listening. I'm like, they've got a great sound. And I say that with the highest esteem, that I think the sky is the limit. You've got a new single out, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
So that song is called Life into a Movie, and the melody, actually, the words, everything came to me when I was just on a drive, and I took out my phone safely, threw up the voice memo app, and it's still really funny to reference it now, like listening to that, just, you change your life to a movie, just, it came to me, and then I go to a guitar and just, the whole thing kind of comes together. And sometimes with a song, I don't really know what it's about until it's fully written. And this one, I think, is just about how sometimes we romanticize our lives to the point that we act like we're the main character of a movie.
Yeah. Oh, that's fascinating. Interesting. I mean, it's not like a an old scratch pad back in the day. You've got the voice memo, but there's still a romantic quality to just like that train of thought when it comes. Oh my gosh. Okay, where can people look you up? Where can people find you? Obviously, there are the socials. Give me the handles, but also where can they get your music?
Yep. So you can listen to our music anywhere: Spotify, YouTube Music. Apple, just anywhere you stream songs.
Yeah.
And all of our social media is Megan from Work. Megan, no H.
Right. M-E-G-A-N.
M-E-G-A-N from Work. And yeah, Instagram's definitely the best place to follow along and see what we're up to on the day-to-day.
Yeah. I really appreciate that you not only have a great sound, but you've got a look. Because that's a component, right? That's a component. It's all about what you convey and what you project to the audience, and it's awesome. It's all great.
Yeah, and if I could plug local Boston concert photographer Brittany Rose Queen.
Okay.
She's who is behind our artwork for our album, for the single, for just the general aesthetic that we have on Instagram. I've done photo shoots with her.
You have to stylize. Absolutely. That's part, like I said. Okay, so Boston Calling, pretty big deal. And then what?
And then...
See what happens?
Right now we have slated a weekender in New England regionally with the dreaded Laramie in June. And they're an amazing power pop band from Nashville, Tennessee. And then in July, we'll be heading on a bigger Northeastern tour with Hell Beach, who is also from Manchester, New Hampshire.
Okay, and of course you say Northeast, so there will be local venues, and they can find that on your Instagram and all that stuff. All right, oh my gosh. The future's so big. It's so great. And again, Megan from Work is going to be Friday night, 5 o'clock. So if you get one day to go to Boston Calling, support the local band.
That's the one.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck. I hope you absolutely kill it at Boston Calling. And we'll be watching for you guys as you hit the stratosphere.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Megan from Work.
All right, we are talking about some ways to show your appreciation for mom this weekend. I sat down with Boston Mom CEO Megan Block to talk expectations, shopping locally, and the gift that some moms might want but could be too afraid to ask for. All right, so we are back for another mom chat with Megan Block, and we are talking about Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, it is here. It's coming fast. I think it is one of those things, though, that kind of comes with all of this like expected fanfare, and it's pretty easy to be let down by that.
And something that people are getting comfortable talking about is maybe what mom wants for Mother's Day is to actually be by herself.
Yes, and I used to be very jealous of my husband's commute because he got to be alone for just that little bit of time between being a parent and having his job. And so I think anytime I'm able to receive the gift of alone time, I take it. And I think it's great to model to your kids too, like having time by yourself is a really healthy thing.
Yes, we like alone time, but we also like presents.
I
too.
love a present. Yeah, so I want to talk first about something that's just like a handmade thing. So this is a craft that I've been doing, and you might have seen this on Boston Moms before. This is, you can send a hug, or you can keep a hug, which is really precious. So you trace their hands, these are Caroline's hands, you trace their hands and then cut them out, and then you measure their wingspan with like a little piece of ribbon, and then you can send this really easily too. So if like you have a faraway Nana or grandma or a loved one, you can send them a hug.
Dad could manage this.
Oh, 100, yeah, let's give the dads a credit. They can definitely do it. And I think it's a really thoughtful and sweet and inexpensive gift. Our local businesses are really relying on us, and we have several mom and women-owned local businesses too that I always like to shine a light on. So we are at Shop the Q in Norwell right now. The Q has everything. So they have clothing, they have baby clothing, but here you could really find something for any mom in your life. I have a couple others.
Okay.
Go
off.
My favorite place in the city is Ingenious in the Seaport, also mom and women owned, and she is like a jeans expert. If I had a mom in my life who needed, maybe she's been through like a recent body transformation or she's postpartum or something, I would send her to Ingenious to be fitted. Another one I want to call out is Joy Street Kids. They have Mommy and Me pajamas. My kids have worn them for many, many years, and they have women's sizes too, so I think it's a really cute gift to get like a Mommy and Me kind of gift.
Are you like a gift person, an experienced person, and what's something that has stood out to you?
Because I ended up losing my mom a couple years after becoming a mom, and I'm really grateful that I took the time to spend with her. So I share that just because I think it can be like one of these things where we put a lot of pressure on any sort of holiday of like, this is my day and this is not their day. But really just doing whatever is going to sort of fill your cup and create memories. The gift of the memory making is enough for me. So that's my favorite thing.
Well, we've got much more to come. The band Megan from Work is back to rock the ReMix stage. Their performance of their new single, Life into a Movie, up next. For the first time here on the ReMix, we welcome New England-based band Megan from Work. Enjoy.
Hi, we're Megan from Work. You're watching WBZ News on CBS Boston, and the song is called Life into a Movie.
Coming up on the ReMix, celebrating Mother's Day with your favorite foods. The new movie Nonnas on Netflix and how it's inspiring us to show you how to make a great meal for mom this weekend.
It's a new movie just released on Netflix called Nonnas. Vince Vaughn stars as a man who risks everything to honor his mother's memory by opening an Italian restaurant. And since it's Mother's Day weekend, we are having our very own Italian meal right here on the ReMix with Chef Tony Susi from Little Sage Restaurant in the North End. Oh my gosh, Chef Tony, it smells so good in here.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Tell us a little bit about Little Sage.
Little Sage, we just opened 2 months ago. We're it's kind of a small restaurant on Hanover Street in the North End.
And we're going to talk about some of your dishes here in just a little bit. But in the movie, as we mentioned, he was inspired by his mother. So why don't we talk about what led you to being a chef?
I think like growing up in the neighborhood, like the North End, like restaurants are around you. So in high school and you're young, you just go work part-time in there. I always liked it. I liked the action of it and the energy and everything. And then of course, like growing up in our house, like my mom and my grandmother cooked every day. And this is what I'm doing now. I'm rolling out some gnocchi. So this is something that my mom makes still quite often. And she makes it with potato. So they're nice and hearty. And she always serves it with a little bit of tomato ragu, be it like this in particular has pork shoulder in it, and that we make this at the restaurant.
I love it. So this is all fresh. And tell us a little bit about the sauce. You were saying this is really a traditional base sauce.
So it's like that traditional Sunday sauce, or Sunday gravy, if people call it. And you need a meat component with it. You know, it's a traditional like meatballs and sausage. My mom always puts like a piece of pork shoulder in there, or sometimes a piece of lamb shoulder as well. And it just gives it this like fantastic flavors, because she slow cooks it over like 2.5 hours.
And these are perfect, like little pillows. I can already tell that they're just going to melt in your mouth.
Oh, they're great. They're just about ready. So if you want.
Oh, already? I already get to try some?
Yeah. Well,
this
it's
is great.
You want to grate some cheese on it?
Yes, you're gonna. No? I'm gonna grate the cheese, right? I should be able to handle that when you cut those, right? I'm just gonna.
Exactly.
And you said to be generous. You guys like to be generous over at Little Sage.
Oh, with
the people want cheese, you give them cheese.
You can't be cheap with the cheese.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about some of the other dishes that we have here too on the table, because they look so good.
All right. Well, these are kind of our more popular dishes that we're running for the spring. This is our burrata with gold beet carpaccio and pistachio pesto. Ooh. We got octopus, sweet vinegar peppers, and potatoes. Our bruschetta, tomato, whipped ricotta. This is our signature pasta dish, the fazzoletti, which is its own like baked little lasagna. It's stuffed with short ribs, spinach, and fontina.
Oh, that sounds so unique, too.
Exactly. And traditionally, it's not baked and stuff, but I kind of put my spin on things.
I love it.
And squash blossoms are just coming into season for the spring. We have a little whipped ricotta and basil oil with them as well. So these are pretty easy to make. I mean, once you get the hang of it, you can practically do it with your eyes closed.
Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna dive in here and take a good bite, because it smells so good. Oh, yeah. What is your favorite dish, I have to know, from Little Sage?
I would say right now in the running is these two, the octopus and the fazzoletti.
Okay, the octopus looks delicious. I love a good like charred octopus dish.
Exactly. But then like next month I'll put something else on, and then it'll be my favorite.
That is so good. Do you have a secret for?
You need more cheese?
Well, I can never say no to more cheese. That's for sure. Those are so soft. What's your advice for anyone who's making gnocchi at home?
I use all-purpose flour. I just like the gluten structure with it. I use Idaho potatoes, and when you incorporate it, you add just enough flour to potatoes so it doesn't come out too dense, and don't overwork the dough. And of course, you need a couple of eggs in there to bring it all together.
Well, this is absolutely delicious. Now, the film, Nonnas, is now out on Netflix. Are you going to be watching it this weekend?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So exciting. We love a good Italian meal, especially on a Sunday as we're celebrating Mom.
Exactly.
You'll be making this for your mom?
100%.
Or maybe she'll be making it.
No, I'll be making it.
I love it. Chef Tony Susi, thank you so much for being here today. And be sure to check out Little Sage Restaurant.
More to come on the remix. Megan from Work returns with a live performance of their song, Girl Suit. Don't go away. For the second time on the remix, our Boston Calling preview of Megan from Work.
We are Megan from Work, playing Boston Calling on Friday, May 23rd at 5:20 p.m. And the song is called Girl Suit.
I'm
That was great. Megan from Work, thank you. And be sure to check out their entire remix performance on our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back next week for more lifestyle, community, and entertainment news.